So I heard a perspective today that gave me some interesting insights and it gave me some interesting ideas in my mind. It kind of really exposed me to a lot of how the world works and how we as people work. So today in Toronto and in that kind of area, there's actually like some fires going on, so the air quality is pretty bad right now. But before that, like a few days ago, there was like the craziest heat wave, right? Even throughout like Western, not Western, Eastern America, those types of areas, like there was such a crazy heat wave. Like it was as hot as it was all year, hottest days of the year, right? Obviously today wasn't so good, obviously because of the fires, but before that, what I really learned and I noticed and I saw and I heard an explanation that was breaking this down is it's like we as humans, everybody complains. Everybody is just so adept and so used to and such professionals at complaining at things and seeing what is wrong with some things and looking at the negative perspective on things. There's a heat wave. People are complaining, oh, it's too hot. People, like, I was coaching my team, parents, they were complaining that why their kids have to go and play football, play soccer in the heat. It's way too hot to play. Everyone's going to die and get heat stroke or whatever, right? It's like, but like, it's the hottest day of the year, guys. Like, let's enjoy it. I, for one, definitely enjoyed it. I had a great time yesterday. I spent a lot of good time in the sun, and it was great. Like, I'm really starting to get a pretty good tan, which is good. Like, hopefully, next couple weeks, the tan gets a little bit better, and that I can actually, look good and feel good during this summer, right? But when it's too cold, people complain. When it's too hot, people complain, right? It's like everyone always wants to find the negative perspective on everything. Everything as simple and as mundane as the weather, people will still find it as a talking point, right? You can look at news, you can look at the news, you can look at the weather stations, and it's all like negative. No one's like, oh, all happy about it, right? No one's like, it's like the best day of the year. Go out there and enjoy it. You don't hear that on the news. Like you hear it's so hot, so be careful when you're outside or whatever. I don't know. I don't watch the news clearly because I don't care about that garbage perspective. It's like, why do we complain? Like, why every time we look for the negative perspective, we look for all that's wrong? Like, in my opinion, it was beautiful, amazing. I was waiting for this day all year. Yesterday, 36 degrees, feels like 40 degrees in Toronto. I've been waiting for that all year long. Going through the negative 20 degrees in the winter, that depression phase that I had, like when I was going through the tough times. I'm happy. I'm glad that we had great days. Obviously, today's not so good, but still, people complained about it. And it's like, why? Why are we so quick to cast judgment? Why are we so quick to be negative about everything? Why can't we just sit there and enjoy the good, true, real blessing of life and the gift that we've been given, which is a beautiful hot day in the summer time to enjoy? Still, no. So that's why you have politics is all messed up and the internet and algorithms, all that kind of stuff. Negativity sells. And negativity is what gets pushed out there. If you're negative and if you're talking trash or if you're insulting someone or if you're being controversial, that's going to get you plays. It's going to get you views. It's going to make you popular. You're going to blow up on the internet because that's your perspective. Just look at all of the people that are popular, especially in the political world nowadays as well. It's just because of negativity, right? Like Twitter, X is probably the worst place for all of this negativity, but even everyone on social media is the same type of thing. Like it goes as far as complaining about something so simple as the weather. You're going to complain, of course, about bigger topics and more kind of worldly, economical, political type of topics as well. It's like why? Why do we do this? Why can't we just focus on ourselves, focus on our own lives and enjoy it? Because then we, the average person, will consume content that's all negative and that'll ruin our mood. Right? I find sometimes it happens with me as well. Like it ruins my mood because I'm watching all this negative stuff, and it's like, why did I do that? Right? Why did I even waste the time? That's why I try my best to stay off of Instagram. I try my best to be off of social media. As the only social media I use is to upload these episodes. And in these episodes, I try to give a good perspective, a positive perspective. I'm not trying to be the negative person because there are so many negative voices. 90% of the internet is negative voices. Like, I don't care that this video might not get any plays. That's okay. I don't care. What I care about is spreading the right message to those few people that do decide to click on this video and watch up until this point. And if you are here, I do appreciate you for being here. The real ultimate message here is the fact that that humans are quick to complain. We're quick to look at the negative. We're quick to just look at what's wrong rather than what's good, right? And I knew this. Like, I talked about this concept a ton on this show. Many episodes I've made on this concept. But like to think that it even goes, like, it is just funny to me to think that it even goes as far as the weather. You're complaining about it being too hot. Like, are people's lives like that boring? Like, are people's lives that sad that you can't just let loose, relax, enjoy the sun, put some sunscreen on, and just sit there and have a good time? You have to still complain about it. You have to still spend so much time inside on your computer, being an incel, texting all this stuff, typing all these Twitter messages that no one will see, and making this post talking about it on Instagram. Again, on the news as well, mainstream news will talk about it from a negative perspective. Why isn't there positivity? Why? Why can't we enjoy our lives? Because the negativity, it brings people in, and it makes people that maybe would be positive feel a little bit more negative about things. So I hope that this episode can be the positive light, that you can look at life from a positive perspective, and you can look at life from your own opinions and experiences rather than extrapolating it from the internet. Because if you're going to extrapolate your thoughts and your mind, the way you live your life from the internet, it's going to be 90% negative. It's going to be 90% everything is doomed, right? The politics sucks. The economy is going to crap. You're never going to buy a house. You hear all of these things, right? The weather sucks. It's too hot. You're going to get sick. You're going to die, right? Whatever, right? These terrible perspectives that are just all over the place. That's going to be how you look at life. You're going to look at life from the negative lens. But if you consume better stuff, or if you just get your ass off of the internet entirely and you focus on your own experiences, you can realize, oh, it is just narratives. It is just fake and gay, and it's just great. Life is actually a true gift and a blessing, and you should really enjoy it. You should really spend the most time getting the most out of it. And that's why I talk about God in this show, because God and Jesus Christ is the ultimate symbol of love and positivity and humility, and is the ultimate strength that when you're low, when things are bad, when things actually are negative, through Jesus' strength and through putting faith in Him, you can be lifted up. And that power is truly real and there to see in the lives of many who give their lives up to Him. That is why I talk about that on this show as well, because that's a positive perspective. I'm never trying to say it from a negative light. Although sometimes maybe because of my own faults and my own shortcomings coming to the forefront in these episodes sometimes I absolutely fall short of that. But I try my best to give the positive perspective. And the positive perspective is to say that when I went outside yesterday, I was just like, wow, this is great. This is amazing. Thank the Lord that we're here today and we have this beautiful day with great sunlight and I get to spend some time in the sun enjoying it. Not many other people kind of looked at it from that perspective, I can tell you that much. Many people on the internet specifically were quick to just say, it's too hot. Don't go outside. The air quality sucks. Don't go do exercise. You're going to have a heat stroke, whatever, right? People, it's negativity also kind of coupled with a little bit of fear. And it's like fear is even worse. I'm not even going to get into that. I've talked way too much about fear on this show. Like I'll leave that in the description of the video if you want me to get into that. I'm not going to do that today. My message is that look with your eyes and see the things around you and realize, oh, a lot of these things that are being talked about online are not true. A lot of these things that are just negative, complaining perspectives are not true. The world is amazing and a beautiful place. There's a lot of bad. It's true. There's a lot of bad. But how is your life? Is your life truly terrible, messed up, garbage, everything's going to go to crap, you have no hope for yourself? Probably not. Like, unless you live maybe in Africa or in the Middle East right now, probably not. You're probably in a pretty good privileged position. And you go outside and you see the weather and it's a beautiful hot day. You probably actually really enjoy it. If you didn't have those negative thoughts in your mind perpetuated by the internet. So your thoughts are downstream of what you consume. And this is a concept I have talked about as well. And that gets more and more true the more I see some of this stuff online. It's just like, why? Why even bother? Consume the positive stuff. Recognize that this life is truly a gift. It is truly a blessing. And the negativity is all just noise and nonsense that you should just put away because it is going to ruin you. It's going to make your life more miserable. It's going to make you feel the negative perspectives more than the positives. But whereas the real case is that they're there are a lot of positives to look at. So focus on the positives, not the negative, and focus on your own experiences, what you actually do, what you actually see with your own eyes, rather than extrapolating stuff based on what you consume on the internet. That's the ultimate message. And obviously in Toronto area, there's like fires right now, but I'm pretty sure most parts of Eastern Canada and America are still going through the heat wave. So go out there and enjoy it. It's 40 degrees, so be it. You can still have a great time, and you can still get that sun in your eyes. Make sure you put sunscreen on. Make sure you don't go overboard, because yes, when it is that hot, you do have to be a little bit careful, right? Because the sun will be very quick to burn you. So be careful, be responsible, but enjoy it, and enjoy this time, because it only happens once a year, especially in this part of the world, especially if you're in Canada. Happens once a year, this type of time. For a couple months, at most, you get this stuff. And then you get back to the gloomy depression, which is just the cold, rainy, snowy, slushy weather for the rest of the winter. So enjoy this time, rather than just finding things to complain about in every situation. And that applies to everything in life, not just the weather, not just how you live your life right now during this summer. It applies to everything. You can look at the positive, you can look at the negative. And if you're going to focus on the negative, it's not going to help you in any way. The positive will serve you in a much better way to actually help you enjoy your life and make the most out of your days. And if you're going to consume content on the internet, just know that most of it will always be negative, that we as humans always will find ways to complain. You don't want to be that guy, so don't put your mind and don't put your eyes looking at that stuff. Don't look at that stuff, because you don't want to be that type of person that's always negative. You want to look to the positives, and there are many positives to see. But many people, they unfortunately live lives where all they do is complain, and it's unfortunate, but this is the way the world is. All you can do is kind of focus on yourself, being the light and salt in the world with your own life and within the people around you, being a positive influence to those that truly matter to you, and doing what you can to stay positive within yourself as well, and truly be thankful and appreciate the gifts of life that you've been given every single day. So go out there and enjoy the beautiful summer weather, because you ought to. You ought to, rather than complain about it. So that's all I got to say for today. Hopefully it was a little bit of a positive perspective, but it really is a perspective. It really is just kind of a life-changing thing. Like, everyone complains. Like, just remember that. If you're going to remember something about this episode, remember that everyone will always find a way to complain about something. And you can look at anything from positive or negative, and the negative will usually never help you. It'll only make it worse. And you're only limiting kind of the potential from your life. Just remember that. Remember that, and remember when even you might be talking to someone that has a negative perspective. Just know this, like, focus on what your opinions are, what you actually see, rather than what other people are perpetuating onto you, whether it be through actual in person or on the internet, which is even worse, of course. So live your life the way that you want to live your life. Don't extrapolate your thoughts from anywhere else in the world. Let it be done in accordance with God's will, but also what you want and you see as well around you. Thank you for watching this episode of the 365 podcast, and I really do encourage you to go out there and enjoy this summer, because it doesn't come around often. So, like the video, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, show your support to the show if you are still here. I would ask that you do show your support in any way possible. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate you for being here as well. When you're done this episode, don't even watch anything else on YouTube. Don't even. Just go out there and enjoy the weather. I mean, if you're in Toronto and there's the fires, you can't really go outside. It's hard, but if you're anywhere else in the world, really, and you have good weather outside, go out there right now and enjoy it. Don't spend time online and on the negative perspective. Close the app and go enjoy your life. So thank you for watching this episode of the 365 podcast. Continue to glorify God every day throughout your life. Always look for that positive perspective, never the negative. I will see you tomorrow for the next episode of the 365 podcast.